Hello, welcome to Billy Ho Sports. I'll be covering several stakes races this week. 2-year-olds kind of feature fall racing. So today's video, we're going to cover, maybe uncover a couple of Kentucky Derby hopefuls. I want to start at the race 9 in Aqueduct. That's the Central Park Stakes. That's 2-year-olds going a mile on the turf. I've got some past performances we're going to look at, probably toss in a couple of race replays along the way. So let's go ahead and pull up the PPs and see what we're looking at. Okay, like I said, 1 mile on the turf. Central Park Stakes. Start with number 1, McDiesel. Rudy Rodriguez and Ruben Silvera hook up there. Has an off-the-turf win at Saratoga. It looks like the connections were trying to get him over. They started him on turf, and then this one got pulled and he won. So they thought, well, let's go for dirt a couple of times and put him into a couple of dirt stakes races. Didn't fare so well. So they moved him back over to turf and, had the lead, but gave it up. So maybe the second time back on turf, not one I'm going to be too interested in. Sounds like a plan. Good effort in the 75K maiden. Went wire to wire here for Horatio De Paz. Ricardo Santana aboard. 7th in prime power. Another early speed horse. I don't like early speed on turf races. Number 3's Fire Pit. And won his last race going a mile on the Laurel Park turf. Trainer Guadalupe Preciado is 23% when shipping over. So, the pale face gray horses with the black spot makes them easy to track. And I really think they're kind of neat looking horses. So Fire Pit, I'll have some interest. Michael Sanchez rides, pretty solid jock. Then you have Jack and Jim. Big win, debut, 82 speed figure for Grand Motion. I like Grand Motion turf horses. Manny Franco up. Had some trip trouble and still earned that figure. So he's definitely a contender. Then you have Davey Crockett, Christophe Clement, another good trainer that I like on turf. Joel Rosario riding. 24% in non-graded stakes, 57% in the money. So definitely good. 50% in the money on turf starts, 19% winner. Can't beat that. Definite contender. 8th in prime power. So this one could offer some value at the tote board. 72 speed figure, not bad. Speed figure's not that crucial for turf racing, in my opinion. But Not for Hire's got a really strong one, the best one in the field in his debut. Earned a 95 winning, going away by 5 furlongs. Not this time, Colt. Definitely got the strong, can stretch his legs in this one, no problem. Jose Lescano might offer a little bit of value at the board as well. So not too bad there. Manhattan Twist is going to try the turf for the first time for Todd Pletcher. Haven't had much luck, and I don't think Pletcher has either. Honestly, 15% winner, 40% in the money is okay, but that feels a little subpar for Todd Pletcher. I'm going to fade this one just because I think it's going to be overbet. It will be a possible underlay with IRAD aboard as well. So that one I'll probably pass on. One I won't, I don't think, is Smooth Breeze, More Than Ready, Colt, who's just that, more than ready. After breaking his maiden first out, jumped right into the greatest stakes waters in the Pilgrim and was very competitive in the stretch. Just faded. But the only problem with this one was the 6 horse. If you watch the replay down the stretch, the Santana switched over to the left-handed crop, and he had a bad reaction to it. Jumped over in the middle and ran into a rival who we'll talk about in a second. So not really sure if that was just a fluke or if there was something that he didn't like about the left side there, sensitivity, who knows. but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Early Adopter was the victim of that. I think Early Adopter from Chad Brown, Flavian Pratt. I think that horse wins the Pilgrim had he not been, and I think interfered with by the 6 horse coming into his path. He had to sharply check up right there late in the stretch with about a furlong to go on a yielding turf at Aqueduct. I mean, it's Chad Brown, it's turf, it's New York. So you got to lock him into one of your spots. Flavian Pratt gets the upgrade at jockey as well. So feeling that one pretty well. Super Swift is another one. Second in one first out and then finished second in the Atlantic Beach Stakes. And I think Eric Cancel. This was one very interested in commenting on because I read a tweet or a post, as they say, from Kenny McPeak, and was talking about taking that inside rail, not being afraid to risk it for the biscuit. And so Eric Cancel didn't do that. I think he had the lane, he had the room, he could have taken that inside rail. He chose not to. He weaved back out, cost the horse maybe not the race, but at least a chance to win the race because he had to shift out into the left lead lane and was done for after that. So what Kenny McPeak was saying was without repercussions. So I don't know if really any repercussions were there or not. I'm not going to speculate on that, but a lot of jockeys and I've cussed them out too, especially on turf racing, trying to get that inside rail and just getting stuck, bottled up inside and got nowhere to go. I prefer him to be outside. But in that particular race, he had more than enough room to get through there. So he could have gone for it on Super Swift. But now he gets Johnny V back in the saddle. And Johnny V, veteran jock. So we'll see what the difference is there for Super Swift. Is by Vacoma, who's a solid sire as well. So just one also eligible, Rock de Oro for Ralph Beckett. Just wanted to quickly mention that one if he gets in. Might be interesting, obviously overlay potential there. Shipping in from Great Britain and could be competitive if he draws in. So keep an eye out for that. Only need one scratch to get him in there. So very competitive race I see coming up. I have an early lean toward Early Adopter. I really think that Pilgrim would have gone to him had it not been for the interference down the stretch there. And Super Swift, I think, looks good too. I think that he could have won his Atlantic Beach race. Smooth Breeze could offer value if he doesn't have that reaction to that left-handed crop. Don't know about that one, but not for hire. Looks like with the big speed figure. I probably wouldn't throw that out. I mean, sired by not this time. The average win distance to stretch out, no problem. So that's where I stand there. So more racing to come. I think I'm going to split these up. I haven't really exactly figured out how I'll parse them out yet, but I think this one's a good standalone race. Got a lot of solid 2-year-olds in here. So we're going to do this one as a standalone for now. So until next time, see you soon. Subscribe and like.